Welcome back aboard the airship Curiosity. So far, we've learned all about drinking water and email. Now let's dig a little deeper. I was going to ask if that could be any more annoying, but I don't want to know the answer. Answer? How about another question?
What in the world do we find in a cavern?
A wonder of nature, caverns are quite simply large caves in the earth. These underground rooms contain some rather amazing sights. Ready to take a look? Strap yourselves in. To discover what's underground, the airship Curiosity glides above ground of the largest East Coast attraction of its kind, Luray Caverns. Hidden beneath the mountains near Shenandoah National Park, Luray Caverns were discovered in early 1878 and opened to visitors later that year. Back then, visitors paid 50 cents for an underground journey, a whopping $1 if they wanted lights turned on. The Appalachian Mountains run from Maine to Georgia, but these Virginia hills are home to numerous underground marvels.
These are limestone mountains, and limestone is one of the softest materials in nature, easily eroded and dissolved by water.
So where does that water come from? Well, it actually begins as rainwater. When it rains, the water seeps into the surface as it passes through grass and plant life, and when it comes in contact with limestone, the limestone dissolves. As the droplets come into a cavern, they put out a gas called carbon dioxide. When it evaporates, it leaves a bit of calcite on the ceiling. A very common mineral, calcite is essentially a crystal in the form of limestone. It's also found in marble and chalk. As the process continues, more calcite is left behind, leading to incredible formations.
Stalactites will form from the ceiling, and if the water is flowing quick enough, it falls down to the floor. That same process continues on the floor, and then we have stalagmites growing up from the floor.
Remember, stalactites with a C form on the ceiling. Stalagmites are those rising from the floor.
When a stalactite and a stalagmite come together, they form a column or a pillar.
Another formation found in the caverns is flowstone, which occurs when water seeps over a wall and forms something that looks like drapery. This process doesn't happen overnight. In fact, they grow at a very slow 1 cubic inch every 120 years. Luray's deepest spot is 164 feet beneath the earth, so you could stack 8 two-story houses inside, or even the Statue of Liberty. Luray features some very unique items like this large stalactite, which was jarred from the ceiling in an earthquake. Luray is also home to the fried eggs and the largest musical instrument in the world, the great stalagpipe organ. Because the formations are porous and hollow, air-driven cylinders which respond to the keys on the organ strike the hanging forms, actually playing musical notes. How about this formation? The surface of another planet? Or an illusion? Another unique feature is the diversity of color. Remember calcite? Its natural color is white, but water is colored by the impurities in the soil it passes through.
But here in the United States, most caverns have a reddish or an orangish brown color, which comes from the iron content in the soil, which is the dominant mineral in the soil in this region.
And so, next time you find yourself in the mountains, there really is more than what meets the eye.
So on the surface, we see the huge mountains and the trees, and it's just unbelievable that beneath the earth, there can be these huge, huge chambers with formations, some so delicate, some so huge and massive, the colors, the textures.
Now, another out-of-the-world brain game.
Some of Luray's stalactites and stalagmites took 7 million years to grow, but you don't have to wait that long. In fact, you can grow some at home in just a few days. Here's what you'll need: 2 jars, water, Epsom salts, string, small weights, and a plate. First, fill 2 jars with warm water. Then mix in Epsom salts until no more will dissolve. Next, wet a piece of string and tie a weight to each end. Drop one end of the string into each jar. Then put a plate between the two jars with the string hanging over the plate. Finally, check your cave at least once a day to see if stalactites and stalagmites have formed. Now, doesn't that just rock your world? With that, we'll take a break, but stick around. There's more adventure around the corner.